Hello, and welcome to another maeveactually state of the show, I guess? Hi! Gosh, wow, it's been so long since I've seen you. How are you doing? I've been... I just got back from traveling to Toronto. I went to GateCon, if you know what Stargate is. That's a convention exclusively for Stargate. Met some really cool actors along the way. They gave me some wonderful life advice, and I got a lot of hugs. It was really nice. And now I'm back. I'm here. Hello. It feels like an age and a day since I've made a video. I know I missed last week, and I apologize, and that's actually why I decided to make this video, because I've got some life updates. Life updates! You'd like a jingle, except I'm too tired, and I don't really want to make one, so there's no life updates jingle, but, so... Those of you who have subscribed to me for a while, who have watched my videos for a while, you might remember that I made a video, when was it? Like last winter, I think? So almost a year ago, maybe? If I'm remembering that right? About, just kind of coming to terms with my realistic expectations for the channel in regards to my health, and to catch my new subscribers up since we've hit 200 since I made that video. In brief, I am chronically ill in a lot of different ways. I have fibromyalgia, ehlers-danlos syndrome, occipital neuralgia, really bad migraines. I've got like this beautiful, juicy little cocktail of misery that's going on inside my body at all times, and it really sucks. And I have been getting worse. There's no way around that. I've been getting steadily worse. And to add into the cocktail of misery, my anxiety and depression and those similar things caused by my own particular brand of PTSD have also been acting up. And it's just been kind of like... It's a struggle to get out of bed every day. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, because I think this is really important to talk about. And it's just been... terrible. Like... I'm smiling when I'm talking to you, because that's just kind of my on-camera presence, but, it's been really hard. And... It's been really difficult to do anything, which includes making my videos for you, and that really sucks, because it's one of the things that I enjoy the most, as I've said before. But, like, there's also this nagging voice in the back of my head that says, you don't really want to make videos right now, because you're not going to be entertaining, because you're not happy. So, there's that. But... I'm making this video to tell you that, because I want to tell you that, but also because I got a new diagnosis very recently. And to those of you who don't have chronic pain, or a chronic illness of any kind, mental, physical, or otherwise, getting a new diagnosis to you might not sound like a cause for celebration, or you might be confused about, like, Maeve, why the fuck do you look so happy about getting a new diagnosis? The thing is, the things that I have been living with for my entire life, they're not curable. That's what chronic means. They're not curable. They're manageable, but a lot of what I have it's very difficult to figure out. Like, people don't know what to do about migraines because a lot of the time they don't know what causes them. Fibromyalgia is really just doctor speak for widespread body pain and body aches, and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it's so complicated and new that people are still working on how to figure it out. So, the diagnosis I got, it's treatable. And that's what I'm starting with, because the name of the disease is actually pretty scary, and it's a pretty scary disease. It's not fatal, and like I said, it's curable. So, in my opinion, it's like the best news I've gotten in years. So what I was diagnosed with is endometriosis. And for those of you who are familiar with endometriosis, you probably understand that it's really shitty. You may know someone who has it, you may have it yourself. But for those of you who do not know what endometriosis is, and this is gonna get a little clinical, and if you don't like body stuff, just skip to this timestamp right here. You'll skip it, okay? So, for those of you who don't know what endometriosis is, excuse me, it is a disease that anyone who has female reproductive organs can have. It's much more common than people realize. And that's mostly due to the really shitty sex education system in America, but whatever, I'm going on beyond that. I don't know what it's like in other countries. I have no frame of reference. I'm sorry. But basically what it is it is a disease where the uterine lining, the cells that make up the uterine lining, don't stay where they're supposed to go. They travel other places, like your intestinal system and, you know, your bladder and just any other organ is fair game, basically. And so they travel and they attach themselves and they just kind of like glue things together. And so what happens when, you know, a person gets their period, their menstrual cycle, the uterine lining, you know, it contracts, it cramps, right? Preface, this is how my OBGYN explained it to me. I'm not a doctor, I'm not good at talking about this stuff. I'm just going off of memory. Do not take this as 100% pure fact. If you're interested in learning more about endometriosis, I suggest you go look it up, or talk to a doctor, because I am not. But anyway, so when the period comes around, the menstrual cramps, you know, the uterus contracts. But the thing is, with endometriosis, it's not just the cells that are still in the uterus, it's the cells that have traveled to other places outside of your body. So it causes really, really hideously painful menstrual cramps. Like, I have missed work. I missed school when I was in school, and it's just like, it's curl up into the fetal position and cry because you can't do anything. That kind of cramps. You can have really heavy periods. You can have sort of gastrointestinal issues surrounding your periods. And it turns out that endometriosis causes a lot of problems, depending on, like, how far the cells have spread, where they've spread to, etc. So that's kind of the clinical stuff out of the way. The reason this diagnosis was so powerful for me is because one of the things that my particular brand of endometriosis causes is chronic pain, fatigue, can cause headaches, can cause food intolerance, can cause pretty much like every single shitty thing I've been dealing with for the last, I don't know, I'm 24, let's say 22 years of my life. It could be because of endometriosis, which is balls wild to me. Like, I have been suffering with these treatable but uncurable conditions for so long, and now I have been diagnosed with something that is treatable. It's crazy to me. It was like the sky opened and angels sang. Literally. I'm not a particularly religious person, but that is what it felt like. So, I do still have fibromyalgia and EDS and all the other stuff that I talked about, but what is likely happening is that the endometriosis is taking all of the symptoms from all of those things and magnifying it by like 20 times or something. I don't know. Not a doctor, like I said. But it's just crazy. It blew my mind. I got the diagnosis earlier this week, and ever since then, I've been going through, like, I think I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, like, every day. Like, it just starts over in the morning, because I'm really happy that I understand what's going on with me now better than I did before, but, like, God, that's so much time lost. I'm 24. I'm young. I'm a baby. Really, truly. Like, my brain isn't even finished developing yet. I'm still technically a kid, and I can't do a lot of the things that kids do. Like, I can't keep a regular fucking YouTube schedule because of my illness. I can't, play contact sports because I'll dislocate my entire body. Like, I can't do a lot of things. But now I can start getting on the road to recovery. And this is what my doctor, who I just met on Monday, but I already, I love him. Honestly, he enlightened so many things for me. He just shone the light on all of them. It was amazing. So I'm trying to wrap this up. It's been a very big week for me. Clearly it's important. I want to tell you. So, the treatment plan for me is going to be putting me on birth control, hormones, which I've already started. So, I don't really know how that's going to affect me entirely. The only symptom I've noticed so far is a lot of farting. I'm being serious. It really stinks. It's awful. But, it could lead to mood changes because I'm fiddling with the hormone balance in my body because that's what birth control does. And this is kind of a Band-Aid until we can get me surgery. I'm gonna have to have a big surgery because basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna give me surgery to get the endometriosis out of my body, which takes a very long time. It's like a 3 to 4 hour surgery. And so that is going to be scheduled probably for sometime in the spring, maybe early summer. And that's terrifying. I've had a major surgery before when I was very little, but, I don't think anybody likes the idea of surgery. But by gummit, I'm going to do it because I want to know what it's like to live like a young person. I would love that. It would be great. So all that said, I'm still here. I'm still going to keep doing Nuzlocke. I'm probably going to film an episode right after I finish making this video. But I don't, obviously when I have the surgery, I'm gonna have to take some time off. But, up until then, it's just kind of, I'm gonna have to play it by ear. I can't do long recording sessions, they tire me out. And I am going to keep on keeping on. And hopefully you will keep on keeping on with me. I guess that this is kind of an unusual YouTube channel because I'm doing this for myself, obviously, as much as for you, and, chronically ill people, we live different lifestyles than the able-bodied can. So, all 203 of you who are here mean a lot to me. You really do, because you're showing me that even through the pain and the depression and the anxiety and the triggered nightmares that I have, although those are way less now, you're still here. And I don't know, it means It means a lot. I'm sorry. It kind of shows me that you care. Even if you don't even know that I have all this stuff going on, it helps. And you're one of the reasons I get out of bed in the morning. And why am I crying? So, thank you. Thank you for being my reason to get out of bed in the morning. And, it's business as usual. As usual as business ever is. So, if you have any questions, if you'd like to talk more about endometriosis, maybe because you have it or someone you know has it, or if you just have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm on all the social media platforms and I reply whenever I can. So, yeah, boy, I'm always really bad at wrapping up videos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Bob's Burgers. And, go fucking watch some of my Nuzlocke videos, man. I'll put on a big happy face for those, because I love playing those, and, I'll see you next time. In the meantime, I'm maeveactually, and I hope that you have a very, very good day. Pain-free. Bye.